Hey, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys had a good 4th of July. In this video, I'm going to rank every field upgrade in Cold War Zombies from worst to best. If you don't know what field upgrades are, they're basically a special stability that you must power up. There are 7 of these currently in the game, so that gives us plenty of content to get into. The worst field upgrade has to be Frost Blast. Frost Blast's description reads as the following. It creates a rigid blast of wind that deals frost damage and slows enemies who get caught inside of it. Slowed enemies take additional damage. This is the worst one in my opinion because it's just not all that effective. Yes, it can get you out of sticky situations, but it just isn't better than any of the other ones. It does get better with the tiers, like all of the other field upgrades of course, with the first one being blasts do last 3 seconds longer, continuing to slow down the enemy. The second tier increases the maximum charges to 2. The third doubles the size and damage of the blast and even slows down special enemies. The fourth just increases the maximum charges to 3, and the fifth freezes normal enemies for 5 seconds and they can be insta-killed when damaged. So if you end up getting this Frost Blast fully upgraded, then it can be useful. Don't get me wrong though, just because it comes in at the worst field upgrade doesn't necessarily mean it's god-awful to use. Moving on from Frost Blast, we have Healing Aura. The best summary I can give you guys for this is that it's basically like a stim shot, but a lot better. Whenever you are low on health and you decide to activate this, your health will refill itself. The first tier allows you and your friends to gain a regenerative healing effect that lasts 10 seconds. Then for the second tier, a beam knocks down normal enemies and stuns specials and elite enemies. The third allows for the beam to revive all the downed players. The fourth will allow the other players that have been revived to keep all their perks on their decay meter. Now the fifth tier will have a bunch of beams that perish at their initial locations and continue to heal players for 10 seconds. The reason that Healing Aura ranks higher than Frost Blast is because of its versatility between solo and co-op games. I'd only really use this upgrade if you're going to be playing with someone who goes down a lot. It would just make the game flow more smoothly in this scenario. After Healing Aura, it is Toxic Growth. Toxic Growth is one of the newest field upgrades that has been added to the game. I actually enjoy using this sometimes. It's basically just a deadly growth of thorns that you can spawn. The zombies that move through it are slowed down by 50% and take toxic damage. Its tiers also give it plenty of benefits, with the first being that the health of the growth doubles. The second increases the maximum charges to 2. The enemy's damage is doubled while moving through the growth with the third tier. The fourth tier just increases the maximum charges to 3. And with the fifth tier, every enemy that is killed by the growth explodes, dealing toxic damage to nearby enemies and slows them down by 60% for at least 3 seconds. I'd recommend using this because it's really fun to mess around with. And if you're planning on camping, you could try to include this into your game plan. It's just a thought. It's Frenzied Guard. Now Frenzied Guard forces all the enemies in the area to target you for 10 seconds. Plus your armor takes all the damage during this time. This can become useful when it is fully upgraded because without any tier upgrades, it's one of the worst ones to be honest. So let me just tell you guys about those upgrades. Whenever activated, it repairs your armor to full. The second tier repairs 10% of your armor when enemies are killed. Normal enemies will explode after hitting you when upgraded to tier 3. The fourth tier increases the duration to 15 seconds. Finally, the fifth tier slows normal enemies to walking speed. I find it really helpful when it's fully upgraded. Let's say you get stuck or you just need time to do something for an Easter egg. You can activate Frenzied Guard and every zombie will slow down. This allows you free time to complete whatever task you have to do. We are now getting into the upper part of the list. One of the better field upgrades is Ether Shroud. This allows you to phase into the dark ether for 5 seconds, becoming hidden from enemy detection. Like I've said in other videos, Ether Shroud compares to a get out of jail for free card. Once activated, the zombies can no longer see you. It can also help when taking on the elites. The tier upgrades are not all that useful with this one however. With the first tier being, whenever activated, your weapon ammo reloads instantly. Increasing the shroud duration to 8 seconds can be seen with the second tier. The third warps you forward a small distance when instantly activated. The final tier increases the maximum charges to 2. Now onto the second best field upgrade in Cold War Zombies. It has to be Energy Mine. This creates a mine of pure energy that detonates in proximity of enemies, dealing explosive damage. So it's just a blob of energy you can place on the ground, and whenever a zombie gets near it, it'll blow up. The tier upgrades help establish the power of the Energy Mine. An increase of the maximum charges to 2 is provided with the first tier. The second tier doubles the size of the blast. The mine detonates 2 times in rapid succession in the third tier. The 4th has the enemies damaged by having their armor removed. And the 5th tier makes the mine detonate 3 times in rapid succession, stunning special enemies in the process. This is a powerful field upgrade that people should be running during games. The mines will also not go to waste because there's always going to be a zombie spawning from multiple directions, so it's bound to hit something. And finally, the best field upgrade in Cold War Zombies is Ring of Fire. Many of you guys probably knew this when you first clicked onto the video. There's no other field upgrade that can beat this. To an extent, the Ring of Fire is very overpowered. This is how it works. A ring of ethereal fire is created which boosts damage for you and your friends. Normal zombies that enter the ring gain a burning effect that deals fire damage. This lasts 15 seconds, and that's without any tier upgrades. With these upgrades, it's a whole different story. The 1st tier doubles the burn effect damage. The 2nd makes it to where the ring blocks enemy projectiles. While in the ring, ammo is taken from your stock instead of your magazine. The burning effect has a small chance to insta-kill in the 4th tier. And the 5th tier increases the ring duration, burning effect, and insta-kill chance. So this is why it's ranked as the best field upgrade in zombies, and that's why I use it in almost every one of my games. There you have it. That's the list of the worst to best field upgrades in Cold War Zombies. If you guys found this video useful, then consider subscribing. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.